Hey, test. Cool. Alright, looks like we're live. I'm throwing out stream announcements and that'll be on the way. It's been a while again. Alright, let's see how this goes. We have 4th seat. We're against Bog the Club, Brandon V, and Senti. I don't recognize most of these, although Bog the Club I think I have played, but played a lot. It's about 300. Also played a lot, nearly 300, almost 1,000 games each for these guys. Crazy. And Senti is a 100 rated 157, but reps all look okay. So I see a Plowman. I see a Retail Dealer. I do see Bellfounder Clay Puncher. That's almost a thing. I see a Carpenter's Parlor now that I'm paying more attention. So Carpenter's Parlor seems no nonsense. And what do you like with Carpenter's Parlor? Taking Reedstone food actions. So that seems pretty clear cut. On the wheel, not really expecting much. I'm not really passing a lot to be concerned about, except Plowman, basically. And that's not even to be worried about, just track it. I'm passing a Clay Supply, a Roof Ladder, a Chop House. I might get back like Forest Lake Cut, Shepherd's Creek. It's fine. It's pretty underwhelming. Hey, Zach, welcome. I see that somehow I wound up in a game with you. It was super weird. BGA never... I saw it later somehow when I was like going through my games list, but like somehow BGA blipped out for me and like never actually loaded that game. It showed me that I was still in the queue, but then I was looking through my like turn-based games. Yeah, it was really weird. I don't exactly know what BGA did in that moment, but yeah, I really appreciate you abandoning. I don't know what happened there, but anyhow. Best Reedstone food card? Yeah, Retail Dealer, certainly. We have some interesting stuff here. We do see a Loam Pit and an Animal Catcher. On Big House, Loam Pit, Animal Catcher in the late game for all your animals and or Hearth plus a bunch of food. It's pretty tempting. And a bunch of clay then to renovate with. It's pretty tempting. I also like Forest Stone a lot in general. This Winter Caretaker looks decent too, but Winter Caretaker also wants food, and we don't really have the food part yet. Also, Winter Caretaker gives you a grain, and I already kind of have the grain. I think I'm going to take the Stay Labor stuff. Yeah. Kind of glad not to play an old cards game, but sad because you had Swing Plow in the opening pack. Yeah, you're a new cards guy now. That's fair. I mean, new cards are exciting. I don't disagree with that. I just still refuse to play new cards games because to be fair, I mean, I've played with those cards in real life. They are fun. I really want them. I've played a lot of the E deck on Play Agricola. I want them, but I really don't enjoy running into just obvious ban cards. So until they're out of alpha and until a ban list is implemented, I'm probably not touching that set anymore. Wow, we're getting offered some stuff. We see a Field Fences, which is very good, but this Stockyard is also quite good with the Animal Catcher stuff that we're talking about wanting to do. The rest of these Ox are pretty shit, which is a little unfortunate given that we need 3 Ox for Loam Pit. Wow, there's also a Scales, yikes. I mean, 4-seat Scales is a little bit nerve-wracking, so I'm not really tempted to go... I'm not that tempted to go for it. Also, Carpenter's Parlor wants to come down early. But yikes, lots of useful stuff. This is probably just take Field Fences and don't get fancy about it. But the Stockyard is also, like, really surprisingly good here, I think. With trying to have an extra way to hold some animals, but... there are like 100 cards that need to be banned. There are a lot, yeah. You like the overall card strength is up. That also means there are more bannable cards. Yeah, I don't even know if I fully agree that card strength is up. Well, maybe a little. I do think the bottom... I think the main thing that E-Deck and some of the other expansion cards do is mostly avoid having things that are like just always bad, so there's not crap like Loudmouth. Like, everything at least has niches, but anyhow. I'll take the Field Fences. as for the other stuff, I might just take clay plaster to try to encourage others not to build so many rooms. Based on the ratings here, I'm guessing these people are going to push too many rooms and make my carpenter's parlor sad, but is de-drafting really make much sense here? Meh, but all these cards suck. I mean, clay plaster is also like a 4 clay action for me, actually, which, I mean, with loam pit I shouldn't need, but also, like, there's a chance we don't loam pit animal catcher, but a lot of the new cards have very high ceilings, which could be annoying. Yeah, that's fair. Forest Owner Foreign-Aid seems solid. The Fodder Chamber also could actually be pretty powerful if we get our retailer dealer stuff in the ground. The Puppeteer is okay, but I don't think it's worthwhile. The Sheepkeeper is probably not happening. So I think this is Forest Owner. I have big house plans, lots of actions that should benefit me. Foreign-Aid to just like accelerate ourselves and get going looks really viable here. Field fences means that we're less concerned about getting fence blocked. Unable to reno fence could be a slight annoyance. Unable to plow sow is kind of annoying, but we aren't going to get punished for not being able to grow because of carpenter's parlor rooms. Fodder chamber also, though, pretty good, but again, we got to get a bunch of grain in the ground and then abuse our animal catcher and get the fences up. I think I'm going to take the just Forest Owner Foreign-Aid here. The fodder chamber also requires stone, and we've not seen stone injection, really, so... Shepherd's Crook, not really the game plan. Milking Place, not the game plan. Chop House, not the game plan. I think Forest Lake Cut here is fine. Worst case scenario, we like get Loam Pit rolling and can pay Clay for a point at some point. Speaking about getting Clay rolling, we could take the Clay Puncher here. Currently my Ox look like Retail Dealer, Forest Owner, and then play Animal Catcher to open up the Loam Pit. That's actually seems great, so I don't actually plan to play any of this crap, but when we build rooms, we get a major improvement action that could like maybe be a thing. It's really not a thing, though. It's just not a thing. I'll just take Clay Puncher as it's the best card and nobody else gets it. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't plan to play that, but... you'd say either that or Pastor in case you fall into a double-triple build, but meh. Yeah, I'd kind of rather pass Pastor here and hope somebody else doesn't fight me for early rooms, but yeah. There's so many cards that you think some cards are going to fall into the Raider, kind of like Beer Table last time new cards got added. Still think Beer Table should be banned. Reasonable, but so sad we only see that pack once. Surprised nobody went for the Forest Owner and Wheel Cube Cutter. Yeah, no, I agree that I'm sad we don't see that fourth pack twice, because that fourth pack clearly had more things worth drafting, and it's okay though. I mean, honestly, my hand already like has a pretty clear-cut goal, and I don't know that we're super robust, I guess, is the one issue. Like, late growth is probably late growth, and if we get pushed behind the growth queue for some reason, we're in trouble. We also are fourth seat, which is a little annoying. Although fourth seat is actually another reason to have taken Foreign-Aid. Opening the game with like 3 wood into Foreign-Aid RSF, or even better, Retailer Dealer Foreign-Aid RSF. Totally not that bad here. Admittedly, going Foreign-Aid into RSF means we have to restart with Carpenter's Parlor, then build rooms, then squat for growth, potentially. So that's a lot of early SP actions, which can be a little bit brutal. But... so on that front, I would rather not have to start too aggressively, but we'll obviously see what happens. Most of these cards look like crap. I guess I take Merchant in case I'm building multiple majors late. I'm not playing Panbaker. I'm not doing Stallholder, so sure. This could be rocky terrain, actually. I do want extra stone. I don't know that I have extra food for extra stone necessarily, but I actually kind of do like the rocky terrain here. My miners have quite a bit of food cost on them, so yeah, generating food this game looks just a little tricky, but Retailer Dealer gives us some food, Foreign-Aid gives us some food, and eventually we can catch some animals with a hearth as a food button along with Loam Pit. But you think Stallholder's the most playable here? That could be true, but I have a personal hatred of Stallholder. I don't actually believe in Stallholder. I believe it's a trap, but others try to prove me wrong and are convinced it's a thing. Sugar Baker is not a thing. Homebrewer is only occasionally a thing. Dwelling Mound is not a thing. Wholesale Market is like never actually happening with this hand, so that's annoying, but I will not be laying Dwelling Mound. I already have food issues. I already have issues playing too many miners early. I'm not playing a Dwelling Mound. Alright. The dream is that we just get Reedstone food. But we're 4th seed, so we don't expect that. So, really, we just take whatever we can, because we're 4th seed, and that's just how the game works. Wow, there goes 3 wood. That's a bad sign. I suspect that means Scales is with Bog the Club, and they're going to re-up start. So, re-upping start, not ideal. With that said, we might actually get our RSF action here, because purple is a 100 rated, and probably will overplay cards, is usually what happens, but we'll see. Kalia gets added to the game. That's totally fine by me. That means people are taking the clay action spaces that I don't care about because I have Lone Pit. I basically don't want to touch Clay Pit or Hollow this entire game anyhow, so if the Kalia wants to take those with extra priority and add more read to the game, go for it. All day, all long, whatever.
You don't think this is a Stallholder game, but you think Merchant is usually very bad. I agree that Merchant is usually very bad. The only use to Merchant in this hand is to like play multiple majors, and there's really no clear-cut way that I'm playing tons of majors. So you're probably right that Merchant was also throwaway, and so I probably should have just cut Stallholder out, but they're all crap, so like whatever. My game is really... Wow, okay, we do get Reedstone food. Teal's going to get double Ock options here because I still think Red is upping with Scales before playing an Ock, but I will happily just take a Reedstone. Yeah, we don't have Retail Dealer down yet, but oh no. You know how many Reedstone food actions I'm taking this game? A lot more. I need at least 8 read this game, presumably, for 6 for rooms and 2 for renos. I mean, I guess 7 read minimum. Maybe we don't run out of stone. But anyhow, there's a lot of opportunity to take more RSF. Scales does happen for Bog the Club. Teal can play another Ock here, which is very silly start, but so be it. I'm curious why purple took 2 wood. I'm not sure what they're up to, but we'll let it be. I might actually plow here. Plowing early this game looks kind of useful because I have field fences, and I don't really know when my plows come otherwise. And I really just don't care about 2 clay. But wow, we can't plow. Yeah, that's annoying. So this is a bit of a serious 4-seed tax. I could take 2 clay and build a fireplace. I definitely eventually want a hearth. But I might just day labor here. Get the food going a little. It's pretty ugly. The other option, and it's real bleak, is to take 1 wood, just so that I actually have Carpenter's Parlor SPs ready. But 1 wood is real bleak. I also could take 1 reed. 1 reed's pretty dubious also, but slightly less so. Canal Boatman got played, by the way, so not a lot of value to Teal on that front. I think I am just going to day labor. I don't love this, but... This is how 4-seed goes sometimes. I got lucky that I got Reedstone food, and then I got a little unlucky that I don't have any other action that I want. You like 2 clays, so more miners to play. Think Forest, Lake Hut. That's actually a really good point. No, totally Zizak. Actually, you're very right. Taking the 2 clays so that I have Forest Lake Hut open was actually the play. The 2 clay was not for the fireplace. I agree that I don't really care about fireplace, which is why I decided I didn't need the 2 clay, because I thought it did mean nothing. But the fact that I have Forest Lake Hut, I do agree. I like that line. I should have taken 2 clay. But, oh well. It does hopefully mean somebody else might want 4 clay, but we'll see. Oh wow, teal is gonna canal boatman. Okay, well that's lucky. And they're taking crops, not even the stone option. Even better. Go for it, buddy. Go do that. You do that. 4 clay goes. Okay. I think I take 3 wood here. I could try playing retail dealer, but I like taking 3 wood so that I can actually start player, because if I take 3 wood and then it goes like reedstone and ock, well, actually it's very likely to go ock from red. I think red will go ock if I let them. I have no idea what purple will actually do, but I like having 3 wood so start player becomes a good action for me to get the Carpenter's Parlor out. 2-room Seducer from teal or just Chaos? I honestly have no idea. Oh wow, it is RSF, not Ock. Slightly surprised that was RSF instead of Ocking. With the Scales Bonehead setup, seemed like a clear cut play another Ock. But whatever. RSF is also a really good action, so. Why play Collier then? Yeah, I don't. That's a good point. I mean, teal's game looks like not clear cut understanding of things. Also, they took 2 reed. They played Collier and then took 2 reed, which also seems real. I mean, I guess they played Canal Boatman, so the 2 reed was Canal Boatman things. Oh wow, we get Ock. Okay, that's lovely. I'm totally okay with this. Feed fence. That's absolutely whatever. I get to play retail dealer and then hopefully take RSF. I like that a lot. Very content with this. This round went very well. Getting 3 wood and an ock from 4th seat that round was very lucky. What was their second action in round 1? They got to double ock. Teal got to double ock in round 1. This game's been... Yeah, they got 2 ocks. Yeah, absolutely. Why would you assume normal like things? That's not the table we're really at here. We got wild things. 4 wood was a normal action. Good, well done. 4 wood was a good action, but I slam retail dealer here. Obviously, I have room parts now if I SP Carpenter's Parlor, so I like that a lot. I actually don't mind taking 3 wood here either, but I think SP Carpenter's Parlor is probably the action. Nobody else has room parts yet anyhow, so I like that, but Bog the Club's pretty close to room parts. Anyhow, yeah, this is going well. Admittedly, I do look like I'm at a decent spot at the table. I mean, the Scales might want to SP a little more often than I like, but these people are doing weird-ass stuff, so sitting after the opponent's doing weird things is good. Although, maybe purple's not doing that weird of a thing. They're just going to build a hearth, fireplace, whatever. That's fine. It's totally cool by me. Obviously didn't care. Ox are still here. 3 wood is here. Like, the board is just looking great. But I think I'm just going to get Carpenter's Parlor out of the way. It's kind of a mandatory action. I have my room parts. I have my stuff set up that I need to have set up. I have tempo on the first room. 3 wood goes. That's even better because I was going to get distracted by 4 wood as an option next round. I am a little bit not taking enough wood early, but we'll eventually get to that. Also, like, I have an answer for how to get wood later if I get actions. So, Plowman comes down. It's fine. It's a good time for Plowman. I would have played Plowman round 1 instead of Canal Boatman. But, you know, I'm not a Canal Boatman believer. I'm pretty sure this is just take more Reedstone food actions because I have a retail dealer and a Carpenter's Parlor. And then I'll build with my next action here. Because Bog the Club's going to take 2 reed and force me to build. But... And then we just dream growth flips, and everything will be real easy if growth flips. If growth doesn't flip, I can squat. I mean, I'll play Rocky Terrain, Foreign Aid type stuff if need be. But yeah, Bog the Club does take room parts. Bog the Club doing pretty reasonable things. I'm still a little surprised they did an Ock again with Bonehead Scales. They've been taking 3 wood a little more than I would be, but... Fishing into Canal Boatman? Fishing into Canal Boatman? Are we doing Canal Boatman again? Oh, no Canal Boatman again. I mean, they really shouldn't Canal Boatman again. So, but I was all for it as a bad decision on their part. Senti has no read. Senti also needs to take the sheep for food, it looks like. Yeah, and they're going to actually just take the food now. Okay. I'm obviously going to build the room. I have no desire to see Bog the Club building a room before I do. That is not on the list of stuff we're doing. All right. Yeah, this is good. Speaking of people who try to tell you Stallholder is great in a turn-based game where Gray is currently using Stallholder with 0 stables, I mean, Gray can do what he wants, but yeah, look, I see both Lumen and Gray trying to use Stallholder, and I'm just really not convinced. I really don't believe in it, but clay supply possibly getting played here. There is a lot of extra clay in the game. With my Loam Pit clay supply, possibly, and the clay puncher I stole, but we'll see. He is about to build the 4 stables. Okay. Bog the Club just takes more wood instead of playing an Ock with scales and stuff. I'm a little surprised about this, but whatever. Collier takes more clay. Again, that's fine. I don't intend to touch clay this game, so it's actually kind of... This Loam Pit is absolutely beautiful, though, because, God, I would be absolutely complaining about the clay grabs of these players otherwise. Fisherman's Friend. Oh, wow. Look at that. Fisherman's Friend. What a... What a thing. All right. What am I doing here? I'm probably opening 4 wood. Yeah, I'm probably just opening 4 wood. I mean, we're dreaming that growth flips. If growth doesn't flip, I'll have to be ready to SP on the wheel, although ideally one of these 2 fools just SPs for me after Bog builds. Also, actually, maybe Bog takes RSF if I let them, and Bog just goes for double build and doesn't force me to SP. That's actually, yeah, now that I say that, I think I do take 4 wood here and try to let Bog take RSF and not actually have to SP. I guess Bog could go for start build here. That's an issue, but Lover, why would he go for both Fish Friend and Fireplace? He's a 100 rated, so we should not read into it. If anything, he's a 100 rated because he's probably too paranoid about food. But hey, that's the first step to getting out of the 100 rating is to not actually starve every game. So I don't really blame him for super setting up food. Teal does do us a solid in SPs for us. Absolutely beautiful. Bog is going for the thing. A horse-drawn boat. Horse-drawn boat's cool, but I like it even better that I don't have to SP for the first growth. Bring it on. Bring it on. Throw me all the value. Single read is, yeah, okay. They're not very good. I could take 3 wood here, but that's not that exciting. I could take the 5 food. I mean, a 5 food action is not bad for a big house game that wants to start playing a bunch of food cost things. I mean, I still have Foreign Aid that can get played at any time, but I still have to generate food to get through these opening stages. I'm not going to see a 5 food action for quite some time. I really don't care about the fact that it messes up Fisherman's Friend. That doesn't really bug me. I think I am just going to actually take 5 food here and be real safe. We really hope growth flips next round. If growth doesn't flip next round and it's a late growth game, then things are a little annoying, but... We'll see. This could be wrong. It's possible I should have played an Ock there, but I'm hoping to just grow rocky terrain next round is the dream. Bog having multiple wood rooms after me is a little annoying, especially if it's a late growth game, because if it's a late growth game, there's not that many growths, and now Bog will be fighting for extra ones, but... Teal is going for clay rooms, which makes enough sense with Collier. I don't mind this. And they reno to the other fireplace because they just played horse-drawn boat. Yep, okay, it does seem good. That seems fine. Purple should probably just take 3 wood here, but maybe they have some other Ock they want to play. We'll see. Yeah, things still seem real solid for me. I mean, they're not incredible. I really need actions to make this whole game work. So yeah, late growth was always going to make this game hard, and it will be pretty annoying if it's late growth, but I still am growing first with a carpenter's parlor and retail dealer giving me good stuff. I've gotten pretty good actions besides the day labor that I had to take in round 1, but I've actually gotten really good actions besides that day labor. Yeah. I've taken 3 RSF actions, a carpenter's parlor action, a retail dealer action, a day labor, a 5 food, a 3 wood, a 4 wood, a build rooms. All that's quite solid. Farmyard arrangement I should think about just a little. I eventually need to plow and then field fences some. I still really am pretty set on a 5-room game plan with Carpenter's Parlor and a strong reason to keep taking some extra Reedstone food actions, but if it's late growth, I mean, we might wind up on like a 4-room house, and maybe we try not to play. I might try not to play Foreign Aid then, if it becomes late growth. Purple seems very unsure what to do here. If I'm purple, I just take 3 wood, right? I mean, it's not bad to take 3 wood. It's not bad to Ock either, but okay, and they do decide to Ock. And they Ock a Bohemian. I mean, this is a little bit overkill on figuring out food. All these cards technically say food in a variety of ways. I get it though. You're rated 100. You want. God dang it! It's late growth. Of course, it's freaking late growth. With no plow supports, it's always sketch. Yeah, I don't love it, and it's late growth. I really don't love playing Foreign Aid here. Playing Foreign Aid here means that I get locked out of a lot of opportunities potentially. But late growth is really miserable for my game plan. But hey, I'm still growing first, but I don't really have miners to play, actually, which is kind of an issue. I almost have to play Foreign Aid on growth just because I have nothing else worth doing, but God, this game was so good for us in early growth. Like, we were just going to absolutely waltz away with this game. But now it's a lot tighter. I mean, I still do have first growth, which will provide a lot of value, but we don't have anywhere near the number of actions I wanted in order to take advantage of the Carpenter's Parlor cheap rooms, in order to take advantage of the Forest Owner, in order to take advantage of the Loam Pit. Like, this hand has so much ability to inject extra things with extra actions, but as is, the board is just going to be really rich because people aren't going to have actions either, so... what do I even want on the wheel here? I mean, I guess one option on the wheel is I could take 4 clay if it's still there. And I could then play Forest Lake Hut. I also could play Clay Puncher on the wheel in order to play Forest Lake Hut. This Loam Pit stuff is coming a bit late because I've not got Ox down. If it's available, I also could Ock Forest Owner on the wheel. Bellfounder getting played. Bog the Club is going to play Clay Supply, is my guess. Bellfounder Clay Supply is like sort of fun, but it's not particularly good. But I am glad that I denied the Clay Puncher then, actually, because Clay Puncher, Bellfounder, Clay Supply actually is kind of a thing. The 4 clay goes, which makes total sense. Teal needed that for room parts, so... Gosh, yeah, what am I up to? I should probably just play Forest Owner, and then just play Foreign Aid, We're just going to lock into foreign aid anyhow. It's a bit dubious, but I'm going to do it. And we're just going to push for what we want anyhow. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right thing to be doing, but it's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I could come to regret this foreign aid quite a bit, but we'll see. I'm still really, still really peeved that it's late growth. Like, this is gonna be such a fun game. Why you got to do this to me, Vincent? Okay, apparently I'm not Akin. Well, that's sad. Adoptive parents for 2 food. Well, yikes. Okay. I guess I take 3 wood. Alternatively, I just plow stone, actually. Wait a sec. Maybe it's just plow stone is actually not a bad action here either. Just start getting my plows out, especially if I'm going to play foreign aid. I don't mind that. Reconsider foreign aid with plow support? Oh, I've been reconsidering it a lot, but I really don't have anything else worth growing with. I mean, I could just not grow with anything, but meh. I think I'm going to drop the foreign aid anyhow, but I actually think I'm plowing here. I think we start plowing aggressively. We also want to plow kind of fast anyhow, because we want field fences, so. And because it gives us stone, and we can build a well or something. So, this is fine. This is fine. We also can sow grain. I actually can get grain in the ground in stage 3. That's actually a pretty good reason to do this plow stuff, too. I could totally angle for 2 or 3 grain fields. So I like that. Bog the Club plays Clay Supply. That was pretty expected with Bellfounder. Anyhow, yeah, I'm just going to play foreign aid. I agree that I don't love this foreign aid at all. The fact that it's late growth, the fact that these people might still build way too many rooms. I might be fighting. Like, I might not get a 5th family member. I might lose I might lose some stuff by playing this foreign aid, but I also think the foreign aid is just going to give me so much food, and I think the board's going to be very rich for a couple rounds. I think I have a lot of. I think I can power through well enough, but I agree this foreign aid is dubious, and I very potentially should not be playing it, but I'm going to, and I very well we'll see if I come to regret it, or how much I come to regret it. I'm clearly going to mildly regret it, but see just how much I come to regret it. What I actually truly regret, is not taking 2 clay in round 1. I think Zach calling 2 clay in round 1 was actually very astute. I would very happily played Forest Lake Cut, and have the 4 and 8 in my back pocket right now, and have 2 less food instead of day laboring, but have the 2 clay for Forest Lake Cut. But I messed that up, so it's my bad. That's how it goes. What am I doing here? Gosh, the board is like so crazy good, and yet I honestly might just plow. I might just plow because God, 4 wood is like a good action, but again, I can inject so much wood into the game with Forest Owner. I don't know that I care about wood as much as I care about getting plows. Plows essentially come with a wood anyhow. They come with areas to sow in. Reedstone food so I can build a room is not super wild, but I mean, teal should be building here, so like, it really shouldn't get me anything. 4 and 8 is great tempo. I just gotta be more responsible with the early plows, considering I likely only need like 4. Yeah, no, I agree. I think I just have to start hamming. I really need to focus on plows is the most important bit. So I agree. That's where like I think I'm supposed to even ignore 4 wood. I think the only thing that I should be taking over plow is basically 6 wood. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna plow again. I can probably stone oven at some point too. Like plowing gets me stone. I keep paying for stone, which is maybe it's got to be a good exchange. I can eventually use it. Other people taking the reed so highly is actually kind of annoying. The reed has been a little tight too, but whatever. Okay. I like this enough. The board's going to be jack next round. Yeah, I agree. 3 read would have been really nice. But hey, no 4 read for me. Bog the Club plays Winter Caretaker with Scales stuff flowing in. That's fun. That's solid. Bog's game still looks reasonably on track here. The Bellfounder supplementing their feeding is very helpful for them. Wow, the board is going to be jacked. People aren't taking the wood. Okay, so I'm getting 6 wood next round, probably, or at least 5 wood. Maybe not. I guess purple could take 4 wood here, and then next round opens 6 wood, 5 wood. That would be kind of sad, but it's very reasonable. But hey, Killzor, welcome. Good morning. Yeah, unfortunately, purple does take 4 wood. Oof. I might not get a big wood stack, but oh well. I can live with that. I don't love it, but purple's going to go for a double build, it looks like. Purple also going for a double build, with red going for double builds, very annoying. But if these people are trying to build too many rooms, I really should make sure to force my way in and get the grow 7, 8, 9, 10. I generally hate SPing to grow an 11, but I think I am going to wind up SPing to grow an 11 this game. Teal needs SP? No? Oh, duh, yeah, Teal has to SP. Sorry, you're right. You're right. I do still get a wood pile. Duh. I'm saying stupid things because I'm acting like these fools don't have to fight for growth. But all these other people do need to fight for growth still. So, okay, I should get 5 wood. That's good. I should go 5 wood, RSF grain, plow, probably. Something like that. I'd love to sow 3 grain fields. Whoops, don't. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't need to. Yeah, I have nothing to convert. Yeah, sowing 3 grain fields here actually, it just seems really, really good. Sowing 3 grain fields is going to make me slightly sad that I... Oh, wow. If I sow 3 grain fields, actually, do I play Homebrewer? Maybe I play Homebrewer as an Ock and leave Forest Owner off the team. I don't know that I need Forest Owner, given how many actions I have. Or, well, not how many actions I have, but more so how many actions I don't have to actually play and use Forest Owner that effectively. Yeah, I might actually Homebrewer. Homebrewer for a little bit of supplemental food and late game points. If I'm going to sow 3 grain fields. And then play Animal Catcher, Loam Pit stuff later. Seems that's also pretty good. Carpenter's Axe gets played. That's fine. It's a solid card. Teal does need to SP here, otherwise Bog the Club can re-up start. But, I mean, some people are not very good at the game, so we'll see what happens. But nope, they do correctly SP. Good. Good. Okay. Forest Stone. That's a good card also. Although paying 2... Ooh, I don't like paying 2 wood for Forest Stone. I like paying stone for Forest Stone. But... there goes 6 wood. That's expected. I definitely take 5 wood here. The 3 stone is like kind of tempting, but I already have tons of stone. It's fine. Admittedly, somebody else is going to be threatening the well. I have to decide if I even care about the well, though. I like sort of do, but sort of don't. If I'm sowing 3 grain fields, I kind of care about the stone oven. Yeah, kind of care about the stone oven. Oh wow, it's not even take 3 stone for Bog the Club. It's just play another Ock. Keep the scales rolling. Sheepkeeper. That doesn't look like that's doing anything besides you're using scales, but hey, go for it. You do you. I would like Reedstone food. 3 stone with Forest Stone. That's really nice. That was a nice grab for Teal. Teal's gonna be hungry real quick though. Yeah, some of my opponents have some real food issues, which is always good to see. Purple does go for the double builds. Yeah, that's annoying, but whatever.
I'm going to take Reedstone here so that I can build next round. Red building 4th room is kind of a blessing because it means people SP here, leaving big actions and guarantee I can build next round and safely SP in 10. That's true. That's true. Red's extra room is actually helping me in significant ways because people can't try to get fancy with start builds or some other shenanigans. They have to keep the growth queue tight, which actually has benefited me a good amount. That's true. It's a good call, Zach. All right. I get that, and I am just going to plow, setting up the 3rd grain field. I think I am plowing these 2 spaces, I guess, or am I supposed to plow here? I've not really figured out farmyard arrangement as well as I should have. Yeah, I think I plow these 2, I guess, or I do plow this one. Yeah, I just plow this one. It's all about the same. Do I keep buying stone? Sure. A food for a stone's got to be a good trade, right? I mean, I don't know that I have time for the well, but eventually that stone's got to be good. Up field. I know I have field fences. I'm aware. I'm just trying to imagine exactly how many fields I'm getting and how many pasture spaces I'm getting and how many rooms I'm getting. I might be opening this round with 2 reed just so that I can double build. I mean, God, there's also multiple 6 clay actions. Like, I don't even hate 6. I kind of do hate 6 clay as an action for me, don't I? Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, I don't really know how many times I'm hitting this loam pit, though. Maybe 6 clay is not that bad to set up, like, Reno Stone Oven on time. I also really am not ready to SP. I'm really not ready to SP for growth in 11. That part's not particularly set up, but... You like 6 clay because it's oven and Reno? Yeah, I kind of do too, but... You think Loam Pit's just going to be dead? I think you might be right. I maybe should just give up Loam Pit. Because I just don't have the ox for it, and I also am not really set up to use the animal catcher. That could be. You don't hate the 4 room 4 and 8 here? Yeah, I don't either. I mean, again, there's a temptation to just still make sure that I hit the other rooms, but it could be better to just ignore that. Go clay. I'm going clay build so. I have to SP at the start of next round, which is the part that I don't love, but I guess I could SP fence 10? Actually, build my room here, SP fence 10? It's not bad. I'll probably be growing nada, but... I mean, I guess I could grow with a forest lake hut, but that would force me to take more clay, which is a little ugly. Do I want a 5th room? I don't know that the 5th room does me enough. I definitely need to sow this round, and I definitely need to build this round. So yeah, I really only have 1 free action. So the 1 free action is possibly take the reed to be able to double build. Oh, also, is anybody else sowing for unforeseen reasons? Hopefully not. It seems unlikely. Alright. I am going to take 6 clay, partly because it takes more away from the board, and partly because I think the 5th room is real dubious. I grow in 11, Bog grows in 12, Purple grows in 13. Yeah, no, okay, 4th room is enough, and... we'll make sure that we have some Reno tempo this way, too. I am happy to get so many plows in already. I do think that's going to be pretty good. Getting crops in the ground already has to be pretty solid, too, so... Oh, stockyard from Teal. I missed the stockyard coming down from Teal. Nobody actually has well parts either yet, which is fun. If I could get well plus stone oven somehow here, that'd be real sweet. But I don't necessarily anticipate that. But we'll see. I do anticipate getting stone oven as a part of the way we're feeding in the later game. Collier takes the other 6 clay. That makes a lot of sense. I actually should have taken this 6 clay pile. Whoops, that was a mistake. I mean, that's a relatively minor mistake, but I actually did take the wrong 6 clay action. Yeah, I really should have. I really should have taken the other one actually, because Collier prefers that one, but that's fine. Alright, Bog is taking more wood and building stables. Bog's doing good stuff. It's fine. I am just going to build my room here so that I can SP. No stables for us. Do I somehow get 3 pigs next round? I shouldn't. I really shouldn't, but it would be very funny if I could SP field fences into 3 pigs. But I think the more likely possibilities that we should be focused on is mostly like next round should be like SP into Reed into like Reno Stone Oven. But stepped away for a bit. Why are there 2 people with 4 rooms on late growth, no support? Bog the Club set up double build in round 6. Or round 5? Bog the Club double built in round 5 without knowing that it was late growth yet, although knowing it was a possibility. Purple is just a 100 rated player and is just not good. But yeah, Purple definitely should not have set up for double build. They've been taking the wrong actions, but they're rated 100, so they were always going to take wrong actions. But yeah, Purple's 4th room is real bad. Bog's 4th room is kind of bad, but honestly, like, not that problematic. I mean, Bog just took a lot of wood early, wound up on 2 Reed and 2 RSF actions, was able to double build in round 5. The food was for adoptive? Yeah. Food was definitely for adoptive, if that wasn't clear. I mean, they took fishing to set up so that they can adopt. Yeah, Purple's definitely adopting next round, which is obviously totally fine. Alright, yeah, the dream round here is to SP field fences into 3 pigs, but we should not be getting 3 pigs, but the board looks kind of gross after that, so, like, if I can SP into, like, Reed into Reno, I like that quite a bit. But, also just major minor the well. Oh, except I'm leaving myself no wood. Leaving myself no wood for the well is a little sad, but whatever. I'll just stone oven. It's totally fine. It does look like I'm growing. I'm going to wind up growing nada. Yeah, I'm growing nada, but I'll live with that. The only way that I grow nada, or grow with something, is I'm growing with forest lake hut, and then I don't have enough clay. That doesn't look very good. Fence 9, top on fields, best, no. I mean, I was going to just fence 10 and get it out of the way. Like, if I fence... No, I guess fence 10 is probably worse. God, I don't know. This gives 2 pastures. How much do I care about 2 pastures at the moment? I don't know that I care about 2 pastures at the moment. Anyhow, Purple adopts with a forest lake hut. It's totally fine. Anyhow, I guess I do like fence 9 in terms of the fact that... I like fence 9 because of the fact that it... I do like this because of saving a wood for the well. And I can go well and stone oven? Okay, yeah, I mean, I like that a lot. I don't know that I actually have time for well and stone oven, but...
I'm clearly fencing again later. Probably fencing again later. I don't know that it's clear that I'm fencing again later. I would not say that it's like ultimately super clear that I'm fencing again. But anyhow, the 3 pigs go onto the stockyard. Yeah, that's very good for teal. Very good. Teal's Canal Boatman was bad, but outside of that, Teal's game's actually been pretty on track. All right, I have a decision point here. If I want Bog to have a well? Not really. I kind of just want to build a well here, but I talked about also wanting to renovate, and I mean I do kind of want to renovate, but also if I don't get stone oven, I kind of die, right? Okay, I should just take the 3 reed. 3 reed sets me up to double reno. 3 reed also actually possibly sets me up to build a clay room off of loam pit stuff later. Why reno? I'm not building a 5th room. The room queue is an absolute disaster. I'm not building a 5th room. And I have foreign aid, and so I like to get my foreign aid checklist as far down the list as I can. But maybe I should just build a well. I have so much stone. Yeah, okay, you know what? Screw it. Build the best stone thing. Assume that we get the oven next round. We assume we get the oven next round. I also think I get 3 reed back, but if I don't get 3 reed back, it's a little ugly. But I guess I just plow again. Yeah, I could just plow again if I need to. Or I could just take 5 food. Taking 5 food is not that bad either. Yeah, 3 reed goes. That's actually annoying. I guess Bog's gonna BMW now. Ugh, whatever. Interesting. Well in stone oven and late clay reno seem better to you. Why late clay reno? I don't understand. I don't like waiting on renos when everybody's gonna reno late game potentially. I don't love the reno pressure here, but anyhow, I have an option between plow or 5 food, but you think reno next round's fine? I agree. It's just, am I actually gonna get to reno next round? It's definitely not obvious that I get to reno. There's a lot of ways that it goes a bit ugly here. I think I am just going to take 5 food. God, I don't know if that's good enough. I should probably plow over 5 food. Plow, but don't pay for the stone? Oh, but I can't plow. Okay, well then that's easy. I will just 5 food here. I kind of do wish I had just taken the reed and set up reno, though. I don't really love not having reed and not having tempo on reno and not having stone oven locked down or in my hands yet, but I guess the food means that I don't need stone oven next round. I just need it later. Yeah, okay, actually I don't need stone oven next round now. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I am growing nada, and then I'm doing whatever is on the board at that point. Red is basically going to SP right away, because, yeah, the grow queue is a mess, but you'd be looking for a late 5th room. I mean, look, I sort of want one, but if I wanted to do that, I think I had to take 3 reed. I mean, the reed is just stupidly tight. Also, the 5th room is real ugly because it gets me a grow in round 14. Like, I'm growing in 11. Presumably, Bog's going to grow in 12. This is growing in 13. Like, the room does not look good to me in terms of the growth factor. I agree that it's good for sealing purposes, but I mean, this is a late growth game. It does not look like sealing is winning this game for anybody. Really, the question I have to have is who is actually beating me, though, I guess. Teal. Teal has no wood for fences, but does have animals, and has okay food, and has some crops and plows. But yeah, I don't think they're actually beating me due to wood pressure. Purple has some wood pressure,
and is just, yeah, a little behind on resource and other things. I'm not worried about purple. Bog. Bog has wood, is eventually going to grow. Bog's food sucks, though. I mean, they're almost certainly going BMW, but, like, their whole Bell Founder shit is done. Their scales crap is, like, not really carrying them. They don't have clay for a cookery, so even though they're breeding animals... Okay, maybe I'm also just not that worried about anybody beating me, but I mean, I shouldn't totally knock everybody out here. Like, people could beat me still, so, like, I don't want to be too cavalier, but I think we're in a pretty good spot, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm curious if Bog even SP's here. Wow, yeah, Bog's not going to SP. Bog is going to take a BMW, so I would really like Reed into Renault Stone Oven here, but I would also love Purple to SP. Purple SPing, cool. I mean, I can't actually take what thing flips because of Foreign but I'd still love the action priority. I might be able to get like 2 cows that way, actually, too. I'm not sure anybody has time for single cow here. It looks like Teal is going to build another room. Yeah, I think Teal's going for another room. I don't know. Wow, Purple doesn't SP, though. That's annoying. But, hey, I get my RSF into Renault Stone Oven here. I think that's really quite clean. Yeah, nobody can Renault. Beautiful. Yeah, let's just do that. 3 wood is okay-ish here. 2 sheep is okay-ish, but I'll try to take animals next round. It's possible that we still put an animal catcher into the game at some point. Maybe? Not sure. But I really like just getting Renault Stone Oven out of the way. I can still angle for another Renault at some point. But, yeah. Wow, Bog's also not going to SP. Okay, I mean, I kind of approve of people not fighting for the next growth. Because I think it's not really the time of the game to fight for growth. I think it is time to fight for over farming things. But it's still slightly surprising with both Bog and Purple having an open room. And now Teal having an open room. Oh my god, okay, yeah, see. Oh boy. I'm very glad that I grew 1st and 5th this game. I got my first family member first. I got my first growth, yeah, and I got my second growth first. The rest of these fools, oh boy. Oh. I will grant at least Teal's building clay rooms with Collier. That's at least, like, better than building a wood room and not being able to fence. But they're also building stables, and Teal's going to continue to not be able to fence. I definitely don't want to add Forest Owner to this game. Yeah. Purple does start. Beautiful. I might get 6 wood. Like, the board looks like there's going to be, like, 2 cows. There's going to be at least, like, 4 wood, 2 pigs. I'm going to be very happy to have 4 actions and get to take a lot of good stuff. Get to take a lot of good actions next round. Room over, start player in a pottery, oof. Yeah, I mean, the room is not good for Teal, I agree. But, hey, brewing water, that's a nothing, whatever. I'm just going to Reno to my stone oven. I like this a lot. Boom. Our feeding's pretty well set this way for quite a while. I probably do need 1 more bake action to fully feed this game. Also, if I wind up animal catching, I'm gonna need quite a lot more food. So we'll see. I don't totally know where we're ending on that front, but one kind of cool option would be if I get farmland twice along with RSF, I'll actually have Reno parts because I can keep buying the stone. This rocky terrain has turned out really good, actually, but I set the sow up for a resow, so that seems fine. Yeah, I agree. It's just like we're gonna need like sow bake. That's the ugly part, but we're in an excellent spot. Yeah, I agree. I've locked myself out of plow sow in 14, so first actioning sow bake is fine. Yeah, you're right. I should just set up for first action sow bake. Try to get like 1 more plow. Try to get the veg set up. Aim for a big sow bake in 14. Somebody is taking the wood. That's fine. I would love to just take 2 cows. Taking animals next round looks really good. Give me 2 cows, 2 pigs.
2 cows, 3 sheep. Like, actually, yeah, I'll just take the animals, not have to do animal catcher things. Then I can, with my later actions, take a bit of wood. Maybe take the plow if it's still there. Maybe take 4 stone. Oh, wow, 2 wood goes. Okay, I mean, my opponents need wood, so cool. I might not be fencing against Zach. We'll see. Maybe I sneak the forest owner down or something. Well, I don't know. I don't know that I'm fencing again, though, because even getting on the fencing action space could be difficult. There's a lot of... It looks like there's going to be a lot of late fences coming down for my opponents, so... But, see how it goes. Again, I'm quite happy in that I have very good food. And that I have the growths already figured out. I am not thrilled about the fact that I have foreign aid, locking me out of whatever's happening here, but that's how it goes. One of these players is going to be pretty sad. Like if growth flips, somebody's going to be growing without room, even though they have room. But you think it's fine? I agree. It's totally fine. I think not. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well here. Again, my game is probably going to be capped in the upper 40s, but like, so animal stacks I want either way. Yeah, I agreed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter that I can't get what flips, because like 2 cows is such a premium action, and I get that, so. But anyhow, yeah, I'm expected to get like mid 40s, but it looks like mid 40s should win this game. Yeah, I think mid 40s wins relatively smoothly. But we'll see. I've been surprised before. I could be surprised again. There probably are a couple Ox I haven't actually seen yet also. Although, Red's first pick was Bonehead. I never saw the Collier. But Teal does still have an Ock I haven't seen. I don't really remember if I saw some of these cards Purple has played because, well, they're not cards that I pay super close attention to. I don't remember seeing Adoptive or Fisherman's Friend, but again, I don't feel very confident in that. But yeah, I intend to open 2 cows. Purple's going to open grow, you have to assume. It'd be pretty crazy for Purple not to open grow with adoptive parents in an open room. So yeah, I'll take 2 cows, and then we'll see what wheels to me, or what other people are up to. It doesn't... I'm not sure how much pressure there are on the animal stacks. Like, on some level, the animals are food, which my opponents mildly care about. But on the other hand, there's so many things on the board to care about. Like, maybe I can greed 2 cows into plow into either boar or sheep? Maybe. It's not clear. Although, given my current fence arrangement, I don't know that it really matters if I get 2 pigs or 3 sheep, or if I just take single pig, single sheep. Like, if I'm not fencing again, which, like, sort of looks like I'm not fencing again, like, it's really unclear. Growth does flip, so a little bit sad news on the foreign aid front. But hey, we said we were probably going to come to somewhat regret the foreign aid due to late growth, and that's where we're at, but I don't really regret the foreign aid because it really did allow me to accelerate through stage 3. If I didn't have foreign aid during stage 3, I would have had to find ways to make food rather than just plowing and sowing and setting up to grow again. So I think the trade-off was fine here, but I am a bit lower on foreign aid than I used to, as I think a lot of people are, because the late game penalty is just really big in a lot of games. So foreign aid might preclude us from renovating this game also, although it does look like our opponents are going to have to fight for reno fences, because they're not really going to have fences or reno before then. So maybe I can sneak a stone reno in, actually, relatively on time still, too. There's a ton of stone in the game. My rocky terrain definitely added a lot of stone to the game, but I did get the best stone improvements really. So debt security, that's a solid card for purple. Anyhow, I want 2 cows. Purple does adopt. It's fully expected. I take this. Red should grow. Even though red has a room, red should just grow. Because growing in 12 is really good. So red should grow. Teal should, hell if I know, take 4 stone. I don't know. Teal taking 4 stone and going for Reno pottery actually seems fine. Teal taking 3 wood also seems fine. They're going to want fences. But you would count actions? You think you may have time for fences and Reno? Well, so to be clear, I loosely have counted actions in my head, and I technically have time if I get like what I want, but one of the problems is actually getting the wood for fences. Because all my other opponents want wood, it's very unclear. Teal takes 1 clay, 1 reed, 1 wood. That was unexpected. Yeah, I was like, is that a misclick? We wanted 3 wood? Like, okay, yeah, we wanted 3 wood. See, that's 3 wood with forest stone. That makes much more sense. All right. Purple, what do you want? Purple might want food. Purple taking the pigs or the sheep here for food seems really reasonable. Purple plowing is also reasonable. Forest stone is... Well, they do have roof ladder. Sure. Okay. This is the position I talked about. Either enough actions, but you don't know about enough tempo. Yes, exactly, Bod. That's exactly where I'm at. If I could somehow get like all the actions I want, like maybe I can both fence and reno. But with everybody else also needing to like fence and reno, I think I either go for a stone reno or I either go for some more fences. But we'll see. So easy to get blocked here. Yep. You guys are explaining exactly what I see. Anyhow, I'm very tempted to agree to plow here because, as I said, the extra animal capacity I don't think matters at the moment. So I am going to greed this plow, especially because I plan to sow again. So I'm going to greed this extra plow out. I'm going to take the rocky terrain thinking that I'm going to try to prioritize plow next round and try to get the RSF and try to get a Reno, I think, is going to be my route. RSF plus another rocky terrain. And I'm going to hope that I get one of these animal stacks back, which maybe. Also, Panbaker got played. I missed that. That's cute. Anyhow, yeah, veg is a decent action, but I really want one of these animals. Veg is okay. RSF is okay. Yeah. Definitely one of the animal stacks is the priority. Then I guess RSF over veg, probably. Yeah. I might not get any of the animals though. Teal also wants more food, so I might have got stuffed on the animals due to this, but again, I don't really have space for all that many more animals, so I could just take single pig, single sheep as good actions. This doesn't matter that much, and getting more plows in, I think, is actually really important, given that I want to sow bake, and given that I'm trying to eke out this stone reno as ways to points, but you don't see a lot of alternatives to points. Getting yourself into the fence and reno queue denies the others. Yeah. You're not wrong, Ace of Spade. I think the bigger issue for me is fences, right? I don't actually see an easy route to wood. My opponents have been taking 3 wood / 2 wood, and they probably will continue to do so because they admittedly need it. So I don't really like the fencing stuff. I do like forcing my way into the reno queue, but I partly like forcing my way into the reno queue because it's also forcing my way into the plow stuff. And forcing my way onto the plows also is making me happy. I am going to take RSF and hope I get a veg back. I don't know that this is correct, but if I open plow next round, it already opens up reno next round. And being able to renovate next round is pretty nice given the state of renos. I mean, purple should be renovating here, but I don't know. Plowing is the way to get to the reno queue. Yeah, exactly. Totally agreed. 2 wood, fence is 3 actions for 4 victory points. That might be the best we could do after the animals are found. Yeah, I think the thing is though, like the better route, right? And what I'm pursuing is like I would really prefer to RSF, Plowstone, Reno to Stone. That is a action sequence that's significantly more points. That's what I'm choosing to prioritize. And as we can already see, like with the action count here, like if I take a veg and next round I try to plow, and then I take my sheep and I take my pig and I reno to stone and then I sow bake, I don't really have actions left. Like a couple right at the end, but you'd prioritize plow, reno, wood, in defense. Oh, okay. You're saying don't put it above plows, just you don't see alternatives. That's fair. I think we're gonna wind up getting blocked on. I think we're definitely getting blocked on any real chance to fence. Just the fence queue doesn't look viable, but anyhow, I get my veg here. Purple stayed start player. That's actually really nice. I'm gonna get my plow. I'm gonna get my plow. I'm gonna have my reno priority. I once again have nothing to reno with, but that's fine. Yeah, it's really fine. I'm just gonna try to plow, try to reno, try to take a sheep, try to take a pig. I guess taking a second veg is pretty reasonable too for my sow bake next round. Yeah, but it's too bad Reno Clay Oven is too far away. Yeah, I agree. Reno Clay Oven would be real nice, but it's fine. Again, we're cruising to a solid like 45, and we're just assuming that that's enough here in late growth. And based on my opponent's position, it sure seems like it's going to be enough. Like Bog is at 20 points with the same number of actions as I have, has basically no resources, is tenuously fed. No way Bog is beating me, right? There's no secret points path coming here. I mean, maybe they have, well, they don't even have hidden ox that are points, so, like, not happening. Purple's at 13 points, has some resources, at least has a stone reno lined up, but doesn't have fences down. Like, they're not beating me. Teal is maybe the only person I should be kind of worried about, because they at least have a big reno and fences, and they have good food. I don't actually see how they beat me either, but this is also one of the best rocky terrains I've ever played. I've taken... all of my reed has come from Reedstone food, so I built 2 rooms and I've renovated twice, so I've taken 6 Reedstone food actions. And I've rocky terrained 5 times, giving me 11 stone? No, I've rocky terrained 4 times, giving me... I rocky terrained 4 times, giving me 4 stone. 4 stone plus the 6 RSFs is well plus stone oven plus 4 stone reno. I plowed once before rocky terrain was down? Is that accurate? Or I just plowed once without pain. Or I took only 5 RSFs? I don't quite know how it worked, but whatever. I got 11 stone. Oh, I did get 11 stone. Duh, Carpenter's Parlor cost 1. I did count it right. I did 6 RSFs and then a 5 stone rocky terrain. I've done it on every plow, yeah. I'm just going to renovate here because foreign aid reasons. Also, renovating here makes the queue really fun for everybody else. I like making the queue fun for others. And then, yeah, I like just taking a pig, taking a veg. Yeah. I actually like taking a veg a lot because it's a 2-point veg. And again, I'm going to run out of points next round. So taking a veg here and then aiming for like pig and sheep next round. Also, I can technically play Animal Catcher into using Animal Catcher as a way to generate my animals next round. So trying to raise my ceiling by taking the extra veg now looks solid.
I guess I also could play Homebrewer potentially, although I don't know I have that much grain. Do I have enough grain to... Well, I actually do have enough grain, don't I? I definitely could play Homebrewer as a 2-point action here. I maybe should. Maybe this should just be Veg plus Homebrewer. Don't worry about the animals. I'm just going to wind up animal catching the animals next round. We'll see. Teal does get fences down. Okay. I mean, Teal is at 26 after doing that. Yeah, okay, never mind. We're just winning this game because nobody's breaking 40, right? It's what it's looking like we just win because none of my opponents break 40, but we'll see. We are still a little over-reliant on So Bake next round, so that part's a little bit spooky. In case, for some reason, any of my opponents want to So Bake first action next round, which doesn't seem that likely, but... I guess I technically could So Bake right now. So 1 grain, 1 veg, bake 2 grain. Meh. I could generate food next round if I have to, too. Whatever. I have enough actions. Anyhow, yeah, this is like one of the best Rocky terrains I've personally played. Rocky terrain that gave me 5 very usable stone. I've spent stone on a carpenter's parlor, a well, a stone oven that's baked me bread, and a stone room, or house, a stone house, stone reno. Like, very efficient stone use, too. Really, really happy with this Rocky terrain, actually. The only Hearth player has no grain. You don't think anybody's fighting you early for So Bake? They're not fighting me for Bake. They might be fighting for So, but... Fish plus a grain covers food. It'll cost points, but won't wreck you. Yeah, exactly. I won't get wrecked, so I'll try to greed it a little bit here. Assume that I get So Bake first action, because other people are going to want to grow. Other people are going to want to fence. Reno. People should be wanting to first action Reno, although I guess Red is not ready to renovate at all. Yeah, Red's in no position to renovate. Although Red could easily just take 4 clay and be ready to renovate. Oh, except Bog is not fed. Oh my god, Bog. How are you feeding, bro? Bog might need to take 4 food. Bog's food is bad. Purple takes more wood. That makes a lot of sense. It's fine. I said I was going to take this veg. Yeah, that's what I said. Take this veg. I think I'm going to play Homebrewer and Homebrew a point. And if I have to homebrew food next round, you know, that's acceptable, but Red does just fish, kind of expected after I paid attention to their food position. I'd love Purple just to stay start player, because, yeah, Purple's not going to open So Bake, so... But Teal is actually going to be start player, okay, it's fine. Teal has been in the grain field. Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, Teal. Wait, so rather than growing, Teal. I mean, I guess Teal is gonna start player grow. Sure. Cute. Whatever. Ah, yes, of course. Yeah. Hey, wonderful players, welcome. Yeah, that bed in the grain field makes the 4th room better. That also kind of explains the Canal Boatman thing. They clearly were intending to set that up much sooner, and as usual, once you start to learn action counts, Purple is building stables to feed themselves. Yes, feed fence. I was going to say, Purple's food is also really bad. Yeah, Purple's food's really bad. Poor guy. Spent so much actions trying to set up their food and then threw all their food away to adoptive parents and now is hungry. Who could have ever predicted that that's how that would go? It explains some stuff. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, unfortunately Teal didn't come up with a good game plan. Purple didn't really come up with a good game plan. Bog the Club, I actually don't think was that off. Well, actually, okay, Bog the Club, okay, I like Bog the Club's opening
Bog did not set up food fast enough, and their fourth room became a disaster. But I don't know that they should have realized their fourth room was a disaster when they went for it. Like, it definitely was a little bit of a gamble on their end, but also, like, if growth flips in 6, I think Bog's, like, fourth room looks way more reasonable, so it's hard to get too up in arms about what they did. But no, really, this is mostly a game of all my opponents have made enough mistakes that make it easy enough for me to win. It looks like one of those games that I basically would just always win, and this is why I've actually argued in the past that I enjoy late growth games just because other people don't handle them well. But it looks like a late growth game where my opponents haven't figured out how to break 40, so things have to go really wrong for me not to figure out how to break 40 in a game, so. Which, to be clear, we're not breaking 40 by a huge margin. Like, I'm still very much in the, like, low to mid 50s here, but if everything goes according to plan, I'm getting, what, 2 points of sowing, 3 points on the sow, 2 more homebrewer points, it takes me to 40. I'm getting both animal types, taking me to 44. Oh, and I'm breeding a point. Okay, I'm like 45 if everything goes right. Like, I mean, again, that's not very surprising given that I've played I've played 2 Ox now, but I played a single Ox. Like, the Ox were not that powerful, and then, yeah, late growth just led to grossness, so. But do I get both animal types? You're not convinced purple doesn't take all the animals for food? Well, Dr. Bois, my belief is that I can animal catcher and then take day labor. Now, is it possible one of these blokes has to day labor for food and block me because they're that hungry? Yes. Yes. It's very possible I get day labor block, but yeah, I think it's significantly less likely overall than because of the fact that I have the animal catcher. I think it's probable that I'm going to get both animal types, but I really don't know, so we'll see. So anyhow, yeah, I might not even get both animal types, so then I might be getting to 43 or something, because I only get one of the animals or something. I genuinely don't know. So yeah, it's not going to be... It's not going to be a huge... Not going to be a huge win by any means. This game did not really go how I wanted, right? But to be fair, actually, it loosely went how I wanted. I mean, I got to take lots of early RSF actions. I got to get Retail Dealer out. I got to get Carpenter's Parley down. I got to grow first. It's really just, I wanted early growth. Because if early growth comes, I think that if early growth happens, I think I get back in the growth queue before these guys are fully ready to grow, probably. Even if not, I'm still definitely growing round 5, round 9, and then possibly pushing my way back in there at some point. I definitely have a 5th room. I'm going to get to do Loam Pit Animal Catcher things. I just would have so many more actions. It would be so pretty, but wasn't to be. So I'm still pretty happy with this game, though. Being able to start plowing so aggressively, like, getting all 5 plows in with Foreign Aid, and the only plow addition to the game was Plowman. I mean, my opponents really don't have enough fields, but I got my fields at least. We don't have anything. Yeah, we already homebrewed. Okay. So, I mean, I'm happy. We got our fields, we got our fences, we got our stone house. Like, all of that part of Foreign Aid is always spooky. We did cap ourselves to 4 family members instead of 5. Again, like, honestly, it's possible that we would have had a slightly better game without Foreign Aid. I genuinely don't know, but I think the trade-off was correct this game. I think the 4 and 8 allowed us to go through stage 3 and get all of our grain in stage 3, and then just have easy feeding in stage 4 with stone oven well stuff. I think the tempo advantage from 4 and 8 was worth it this game, but we did still sacrifice a lot. Teal is up to 30. Should I be concerned? Teal's going to open a big plow sow. It's pretty good for them. They get a big plow sow. They hope to take reed and renovate. And they take a cow or something. They still might hit 40 at least. Teal actually having food is the big difference here. Like, the only reason that Teal is the only one who's actually competitive this game is because Teal actually has breeding animals as food for most of the game, so... But... but anyhow, yes, it was because you've soiled your plows. Yeah, I was glad to get him in. Anyhow, this should be a win. With that said, I actually do sadly have to pop off here. I wind up unexpectedly having things at 11 here, so I'll still be finishing my moves, but I can't be streaming, unfortunately, the end of this one. So, thanks all for hanging out. Sad that I can't really finish the stream proper, but it should be a clean win. Thanks all for hanging out, chatting, as always. It's a little awkward to, not get to finish this one, but did not expect to actually have to do anything here for another hour or so, but that's what happens, I guess, sometimes with life, so. But yeah, I just got a message that I gotta go do something, so. Anyhow, thanks all. See everybody around. Later.